Yeah, you see the real guides are very aware of everything that's going on in the world, and on the real side, secretly, the intentional agenda is that yeah, they get together, and what you're seeing there, basically, on the real side, seeing is the Pope influencing the others with religion, and that's all a given. That's been going on for, you might say, forever. That's no big deal. Politics and religion are the same thing. It's all about control. It's all about sacrifice. Yeah, and everybody being servants and just staying stupid, live, die, whatever, because they don't care. You'll come back in new bodies, and they'll robotize them even more. So they don't really care. And the pants, the feet are the physical body, because you have 5 bodies you're dealing with. The pant legs and whatever, in other words, and when a person wears shoes, again, that's in the appearance. It's like a person putting on a suit or something like that. When we're born into this world, we don't have clothes. We don't come in with any, outfits or anything like that. We come in naked is what we do. And then things are put upon us that identify us. And for the most part, it's like in the beginning, the girls get pink and the boys get baby blue. This has been the basic idea to differentiate the two, and it's been a fun little thing for mothers to dress their kids accordingly or whatever, okay? And so the clothes become the identity, so you have the feet and the shoes, and the feet are the physical body, and each foot has 5 toes, which are the 5 senses, and you have left and right. Left is literal, right is creative. This is the 2 sides of the brain. So now we go to the pants. And the pants, again, are the appearance of something. And in these scenes, from what you're saying, and it can be any way at all, the pants are black or whatever, and there's black symbols or something there. Again, that's the astral form. From the pants up to basically the waist is the astral body and how it's dressed. Then comes the causal body, the cause and effect, past lives, whatever, which is from the waist to basically the neck. And then from the neck and the head, the brain, and all that, that's the mind. And then the unseen part is the intuitive, which is the 5th body, the etheric. But anyhow, so we're focused on the astral realm, because the shapeshifters, the reptilian shapeshifters, and that's the Vatican, the monarchy, the presidents, Obama, all of them, many of the movie stars, they're all reptilian shapeshifters, etc. And they're just aware of the physical and the astral. Now, as the scene's happening, I'm sure there's many reptilians out there watching this also, because this is a meeting of the so-called ambassadors, diplomats of the world, plotting out their next agendas to basically ruin people's lives and to steal what they have, because this is their entertainment. To watch people suffer and go through all kinds of deception and distortion. This is their entertainment. And it's shown, because they own the movie industry, and it's shown in the movies exactly what they like to see and what they like to see happen. That's why the movies are such, you see? And so the basic movies, and I watch them too, and you learn a lot from the movies because they're very good documentaries. They're showing you what's exactly happening in the world and in other dimensions. Because the other dimensions, just like when you have a thought or imagining something, you have it affect this physical in the creation. And so certain things affect it. And this is where cancers come in when you have emotional disorders, say like a lot of stress or whatever. That's from your astral body, because it's the sensation body, it's your emotions, etc. And it affects the physical body and creates cancers. Cancers really come from the astral realm. This is why even legitimate doctors can't identify it, because they only see the physical effect of it. They don't see the cause. And psychologists the same way. They see the effects. They don't see the cause. And they don't know about they call it the subconscious, but that's really the intuitive body also. And so they're thinking in terms of a particular. And the subconscious has a position where it's programmed and it reflects accordingly, because when you're looking at something or experiencing something, the awareness through the bodies is picking it all up, but the conscious mind doesn't see most of it. Okay, doesn't see certain things in unseen realms, whatever, doesn't see it, or even things happening right in front of it, doesn't see it because it's more interested in its own program consideration, likes and dislikes, wants, and whatever it's chasing and thinking or whatever. Usually it's money, women, possessions, good times, partying, whatever, drugs, alcohol, whatever. Okay, whatever the thrills are. It's not really interested in seeing what's really going on in the world, and it wants to try and produce a la la land here, which there never can be one. So that's what's being shown there. And Rebazar is simply presenting himself there to see who will pay attention. And as we go a little further along here, the baseball is very interesting, and that is that it's a game basically invented by the systems, and it's fun. We all play baseball. I played it too. So we got a black baseball here. So these guys are playing ball with each other, aren't they? So you look at the symbolism that's going on that comes about, and was a little transformation there into a grayness, which can transform into, most baseballs, like in the major leagues, is white. It's a white baseball. But in this situation here, it's of a particular color, which shows what's going on. So they're kind of in a gray area of, deciding to play along or not, or like the old saying, you want to play ball, etc. So, and then we move on to, what was the last one? Let's see, it was, I know that there was an influence there, and Rebazar gave the president of your country on the real side an ecstasy experience to see if he would kind of wake up a little bit. Now, for him to actually note that or recognize it in some way through his physical and the dream experiences or whatever, or just have an intuitive impulse like, oh, you know what, I think I'll be a nice guy. But see, in the physical sense, they all have to deal with the politics, and they're all tied together. And so if someone doesn't agree, well, all of a sudden things happen, like Kennedy, and like years ago when the COVID started, there was actually almost 5 African presidents, different countries, that were killed because they didn't agree with the COVID stuff. They really pick on the Africans. Bill Gates has killed numerous, even up to millions of people with his vaccines and stuff like that. In the Secret Service, I saw this 50 years ago. This is all planned, this whole thing. They plan all this nonsense way ahead of time, and a lot of things. And they're always planning things because, again, this is their entertainment. They're planning their entertainment. And that's really what it is. They're not out to help anybody. They're out to plan their entertainment. And so the president of your country is given the opportunity by the real guys, because the real guys don't harm anything. They don't battle. They don't do this nonsense like you see in the movies, the angels against the devils and all that. Oh, that's made up. It's all silliness. And so, but they do provide a presentation, and they will stand real. It's almost like a person, standing on the road, and the tanks are coming and dare you to run over me. But the thing is, the boys have the awareness, so they can't touch any of the real guys or any of us on the real side. Here they can affect the body, but on the real side, and also here, no, can't touch us because it's all about awareness. But we do provide an opportunity for them because they have free will, and each one of us are to respect that free will, good or bad or indifferent. So we need to be creative. So it's just like when you do your income tax form, you have the right to be creative, but the IRS is not going to tell you what deductions you can take. You got to figure that out for yourself. And this is where your free will comes in, and your intuition and your creativeness. That's the right side. And you'll notice that with the Pope guy or whatever, whatever he had was in his left arm. Well, left arm, right arm, left side is literal. So again, the world is literalized with the religious orders, and that's why he's using the left side, because the right side, these guys don't really use the right side too much, or the right brain, to be creative unless it's evil. That's where they'll use it. They'll creatively be evil. So it's usually lends itself because they want people to be literal, which is left brain. Okay, and that's, you look at the educational system, it's completely literal. Completely literal, and they tell you to be creative, but they want it to conform with their literalization system, don't they? Yeah, you can be creative within that. In other words, they put you in a room and go ahead, you can create whatever you want, but you're not leaving the room. It's kind of like that. They put you in a box. So it is to comply with the order of things. And so overall, our presence there is to simply give these knuckleheads, these world knuckleheads, that all they do is focus on demise and their own entertainment, and they don't realize they're destroying themselves. And just like the Queen of Orion that was put in the Phantom Zone many years ago, they're all going into blackness. And the black holes that are in this realm here, it's not a universe, that's fake. They've lied about that too. It is not real universe. Real universes are endless. This is a realm, it's a dark realm, it's black. And it used to be a different color, it used to be blue, but the consciousness over eons got so bad, now it's black. And now you have black holes everywhere because of the consciousness and how negative it is. And it's just that, it's not that people are thinking bad so much, it's that they are agreeing with deception. That's the whole idea. Good looking deception. And so everybody has choice. And so this particular bubble, and you can't even count how many more there are creation bubbles. We're in this one with all the different levels, and it seems endless, but it's not. It's very limited. Is imploding because of the consciousness. And it's evident in the black holes and everything else, in the environment, whatever. It's imploding. So the real guys, and the new presentation here is trying to show people how to stop agreeing with all the deception, wake up, and before it does implode, that you can get out of here and get into the real universes. So we're kind of prolonging it a little bit, but we're at the end of this creation bubble. It's been around for, you can't even fathom the eons that it's been here and what we went through. But we've had to go through this to have the experiences and really, embedded and pounded into us and gone through all this suffering, whatever, to finally wake up, to recognize that there is more than just creation. I know it's a lot. It's a hell of a lot. And that's why there's very few that really make it. Yeah, because it is a hell of a lot. And the ones that don't, they will go into another creation bubble and just keep going through whatever until they decide with their free will to wake up. So here we are. We're giving these individuals on this planet Earth, first, the focus is the planet Earth. This is like the home base, you might say. And there are other planets and systems and dimensions. They're included too, but right here, we're right here. And this is where the new presentation started. And this is where Paul started 2 years ago, but that's all infiltrated and infected with Joni and Harry reptilians. That was all taken over, what Paul created in 1965 and 70. And it's okay. It's a good example of what not to do. You need that also. So this is a big learning curve. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the little knuckleheads will wake up a little bit and do something realistically for people instead of just pretty speeches that are just BS. Okay, so it's a real challenge here to do something real. Each person will figure this out, and as they watch their real side, and participate here. We're sharing everything we can realistically, and that's the toughie for the literal-minded people that have been educated out there, the know-it-alls that think they know so much because they got degrees and diplomas, thinking that they're really the smarties, and they walk around with their white coats and their little ID badge hanging around their neck, just like in the movies. Yeah, and if you want to accept what they're saying, fine, but beware. Yeah, it's a very interesting world we're in, isn't it? Yeah, it really is.